Hey, it's White Boy Chris. If the Pat Downs ever made you laugh, then join our Patreon and support us. Get bonus content, a t-shirt, or an autographed copy of Rabbit, Miss Pat's autobiography. Visit MissPatComedy.com for the link to the Patreon, and while you're there, join our Facebook group.
Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. We here with Chris, Dion, and my good friend Kourtlyn. Y'all say hi.
What's happening? What's
Hello.
happening?
Hello.
We talking about some crazy shit. We talking about from a blast from the past when I used to sell crack and I lost my good friend named Rehab. And we also talking about Jada and Pickle. Jada and Will Smith.
No, don't jump in on this. Let's finish.
Yeah, let it get it out.
I was about to say we talking about Jada and Pinkman, but that's the same fucking Y'all, we'll be back after the music.
You better get up, get out, and tune into this podcast. This Pat spit the truth, spit the real fact. Nothing but the ugly, classy at the same time. Pat got the flavor, these are not your same lines. That's the politics, she been on the real grind. It could be pretty but ugly at the same time. Just tune in, put your lock on the spin down. Ain't no need for the wait and turn it up now. What you talking about? It's real though. And cut the game, you get no play like Nintendo. You wasted time, turn it up, nothing but the ugly. Straight off the top, everything she say, you know it's funny. Full blast, this a taste of the future. Listen on your iPhone, on your desktop computer. Share it, tweet it, ain't no way to beat it. Nothing but the ugly, turn it up and gon' repeat it.
Hey guys, I miss y'all. We social distance like a motherfucker there. I guess because of the shit done came back several times.
Well, there's some sewer gas from the bar, and I didn't know if it was you guys or the sewer gas or what, but I'm going to keep it safe. So I set you way over there.
So you the only white person on this fucking podcast. You gonna say these niggas sound like sewer gas? Fucking sewer gas.
It's not anything to do with your blackness. It's about your pussy.
Who pussy, nigga? Oh, you think you good enough to talk about black pussy now? Oh, you got your race card fucked up, Chris. Hey, y'all, we got a guest today. We got my friend Kourtlyn. Y'all say hi to Kourtlyn.
What's going on, everybody?
You doing?
You can tell that nigga from Atlanta. You say, hey, talk, what's going on there, everybody? We was in here talking before you got here. We was in here talking about, we got so much to talk about. I miss you guys. First thing I want to talk about, what y'all think about this Jada and Will shit? I'm going to tell you my opinion first. Personally, I think people need to mind their motherfucking business.
It ain't our business.
But then I saw a picture of Augustine or February. What the nigga name?
Augustine,
Augustine or whatever the nigga name is. That's a hard ass name. But he was in his underwear. I was like, shit, I would have got entangled too. That nigga had a rope dick. I said, God,
rope dick. Got a tied up dick.
that nigga had a rope dick.
She kept saying entangled too. I was like, she's just gonna keep saying entangled.
Oh, entangled. I don't know what entangled mean, but I see why you got entangled. And he was young, and he didn't have to have
the remix that they did for the.
I saw the remix. No, fuck the remix. I'm saying that you see his picture. Somebody put his picture in his underwear and he tatted all up. I think that was him because somebody said, I see why Jada was entangled. Shit, me. No, what 50 Cent did was just low down and dirty.
What'd he do?
He texted Will Smith and said, man, I'm just checking on you, okay? He said, yeah, me and her wasn't together. Then he said some dumb shit like, why you let him blow your wife back out like that? Will said, fuck you, 50.
The first time, the only story I read on it was that he asked Will Smith's permission. Like, I thought they were married, so they weren't together when it happened?
No, they're married. They were just separated.
Separated.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, you can't ask nobody permission for your wife pussy. That's your
See
pussy.
Will's face? Will really didn't want to be on that red table talk.
Yes, he did.
He was.
Yeah, they will be cheating. I mean, that's their relationship. Really, who gives a fuck about 50-year-old dick and pussy? What they do with it?
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, who cares? If it was me and Garrett,
Now,
nobody would give a
No,
fuck.
4.5 years ago.
Regular 50-year-old.
So that was 45.
I hear come off the top ropes comes Dion. I love 50
I love women. Hold on now. I ain't just going to let you talk shit about older women.
I forgot.
I'm
You
just
know,
saying,
like-
she ain't poor. He ain't poor. So that's why, money's involved.
She
So,
looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lose.
They don't look like regular 50-year-olds.
Nah,
they don't even look like regular 50-year-old black people. So
all that fucking Botox in her face.
looks
Doesn't
good.
matter.
Very, very well done.
Dion and I, how old are you, Kourtlyn?
41.
All right, so we're all kind of the same age. If Demi Moore, Halle Berry, Tyra Banks comes up to you, you go, it's time to fulfill my 13-year-old
You know what I
fantasy.
mean? It's
Jada
like-
Pinkett Smith,
No, she's
all
on
day
there.
long.
She's top 10 list.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, who really gives a fuck? If you had something going on in your life, you wouldn't be giving a fuck about about Jada Pinkett getting fucking some young boy. I mean, if that's your fantasy, with what I saw, I don't knock the girl. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're dealing with a 50-year-old dick, shit happen. The dick fall asleep on you. You got to pray on it. You got to put some ice house on it.
Too, though. That was a fixer-upper, though. She had to get his ass well first. That nigga was sick.
Well, what was he sick from? Mental illness, cocaine?
Yeah, he was in the hospital
well,
for a while.
After she felt his dick one time, she's like, we got to repair this apartment. This here is a HGTV project.
$6 million man after that.
she put some 2x4s in that nigga ass.
She invested in them, so that's why she got entangled.
Said, I just can't let this property loose. I don't put too much money in
I
it.
got to get my equity out of this shit. That's what it's called, equity. They got an equity together.
Well, you don't blame her for what I saw. Hey, I mean, do you? If you like to be drilled by a 20-something-year-old, more power to her.
How old he is?
He's 20-something.
But she got that spirit like Erykah Badu. Something happened. He got on TV saying, "Look, I just want to tell my truth."
She broke.
And nobody even ask you.
Either that or she took her AARP card back from him.
The discounts wasn't hitting no more at Costco.
No,
she took her handicap
All
sticker
his
back.
discounts was gone.
no, he wanted to brag. We'd be the exact same way. I'm going to wrap this up in a serious comment, but I can't wait to tell everybody.
Man, I don't think I think she cut him off. And he fucking sneak, because you know how it is when you get some good pussy or some pussy you wasn't expecting, and then it just suddenly goes away. Mm-hmm. You literally lose your motherfucking mind for like a couple months. You don't know what to do.
2015 was ruined for that reason.
You see his hair? That's that.
Yeah, he looked like a Wendy's girl.
Do some stuff
No, what happened was Daddy came home.
Is that
And that boy had to leave. Okay. Good dick, baby, but you must be tied back up outside in the yard. Daddy's home. And Daddy's got way more money than Augustat. I don't fucking know. Augusta, whatever the nigga name is.
Welcome to the Masters.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If you're competing with a kid's father, just don't even try. Like if you, that's the first rule of dating single moms. You need to know how much they hate that other guy, because I've seen them go, like, I've been dumped for the kid's dad before, because that like bond of family's always there. He should have known better.
You was dumped by somebody's mama?
Absolutely, for the kid's dad. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't compete. First of all, he had no business trying to compete with Will any fucking way.
Will motherfucking Smith.
Yeah,
Even if Will got his dick cut
Fresh
off
Prince.
on a fucking, even if Will got his dick cut off, he's still husband material.
Yeah, it's like that's Big Willie, bro. Like you're not
Summertime, nigga.
Right. Welcome to Miami. Get jiggy with it.
Didn't he save Earth?
Hancock.
You know what I mean?
He's a superhero. He fucking Hancock.
Men in Black, Bad Boys.
Hitch.
You know,
Hitch.
you're not beating that dude
He is a
unless
charming-
you're
he
on
is
that
a
level. You know what I
charming
mean?
superhero. Hitch.
Like,
Hancock
did you think
put
you was
together.
Eddie Murphy? What the fuck was you? Well, I don't know what August was expecting. I really don't.
That is
I am
was it Vagaband stick? Vagaband stick?
Well, they back advance his ass. Up out of there.
Oh, dear.
Nigga, hole in one. It's time to go.
Walked in with the Men in Black thing and just went, pew! Forgot that dick.
Yep, that's how she got rid of him.
I
Daddy's
got rid of
home.
August. That's why he was gone.
But I mean, again, who gives a fuck? You know, I'm sorry.
It ain't nothing I been, but people want entertainment. especially
Well,
right
the
now.
thing is, who gives a fuck? It's their business. I mean, she went to the red tape. I'm like, Jada, you ain't got to tell them about why you fucked that young boy. I seen him in his drawers. Bitch, we know why you fucked that young boy.
I ain't gonna lie. It takes a lot of courage to do that, though, and transparency on both of their parts to even go to the table and bring it out like that. He kept making her, so what happened? She kept trying to use big words and shit. No, what happened?
So we was entangled, and we had gotten entanglement, and he was like, a relationship? And she was like, well, yeah, that. It's like, come on, Jada, call it what it is. They've been open about it for...
But no, when he said, I'm going to get you back, and she was like, you have already gotten me back. I tell you right there, they fuck everybody.
Oh, yeah.
if you on that famous of a level, like, it should be expected when you get married. Like, yeah, I'm probably going to fuck somebody else.
But
I'm not going to fuck anybody.
Well, everybody's heard about the chemicals leaking out of your vagina. So I don't think you have to worry.
We've seen Garrett's Trust Pilot. Garrett's Trust Pilot review was not at all.
He didn't say fluids. He said chemical.
Sometimes they burn, nigga.
We all know it takes special diet hands to be with you.
You got to go in with a mask and gloves.
Well, fuck you. My husband going to get his surgery. He ain't going to have diet hands no more. It must gonna come back. He's like, I'm feeling my fingers again. I'm like, for real, nigga? My baby getting his feelings back. Fuck you. My husband ain't got no diet hands. They about to be out of there.
I've heard a lot of people say that if the roles were reversed, Will Smith would be getting killed in the news if he had groomed some young girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, because it's bad when a man cheat. But when a woman cheat, it's like,
It's empowerment.
well, it's not.
She's empowered.
She's empowered.
Live your best life,
Do it
sis.
for the ladies, Jada. She did it for us.
She ain't do it for me. I don't understand why Jada won't no dick. I'm sick of dick. I guess Jada didn't get it in the 6th grade like I did. I am sick of dick. I don't want to see no dick. Get the fuck off me.
You are totally over it.
I'm over dick. I'm over washing that shit out of me. Okay.
Pat didn't cancel dick. Look at
And I ain't gay or nothing, but I'm like, I don't got time for that shit. All I need you to do is suck my titty and I roll over. I'm good.
So she needs the
but
baby.
How do you do that
you
with
need a baby. You need to go to all nurseries. Go to the.
How do you
the
suck a
baby.
titty with a mask on though?
Ooh, what am I sleeping in no motherfucking mask?
Garrett, didn't he say he won't kiss you?
Yeah, he won't kiss me. He say we social distancing. So I
He got
guess
long titties. He could do it.
6 feet away.
I do got long.
Go gadget titty.
You right, I do got long titties, but I don't got Quisha nipple.
Aw.
I ain't gonna stop bringing that back.
I'm not gonna sit here and have you talk about her titties.
Oh, them
Oh, she
things.
did it on. Oh, we was in Houston.
What'd she say?
I said she had ugly titties on stage.
Aw.
And she's like, she in the back. No, I don't.
She'll whip them ugly ass titties out anywhere.
And she did. She whipped them out there at the table selling shirts.
Selling shirts. She showed her titties for shirts.
I say Quisha, really?
No, she was.
He said,
That girl's gone wild, Chris.
Oh, all right.
She was wilding though a little bit.
I remember one time I was
Creating my
auditioning for
own
a show.
fantasies.
I was auditioning for a show. What was that show, Kourtlyn, we did in Atlanta? And it was a comedy show. We did it at the Punchline.
What was that show? No one last comment stand. It was Coming to the Stage.
No, I want to come to. It was a white show.
NBC.
It was NBC Standing Up for Diversity, right?
Yeah.
So
okay,
I
yeah,
forgot the name of the show I auditioned for. I said, you had to say your name and what show. I said, my name is Patricia Williams Lee, and I'm glad to be auditioning for Girl Gone Wild.
How did you not give chosen?
I didn't get the. They was like, "This ain't Girls Gone Wild." I was like, well, "What the fuck is this?"
That was.
Tell the Jessel Snack story.
Huh?
From Last Comic Standing. That's my favorite Miss Pat
Oh
story.
God, Jessel Nick. So
I don't know you, nigga.
and what's his first name?
Anthony.
Anthony Jeselnik came back there. You know, I didn't know the type of person. I heard of Anthony Jeselnik, but I had never like work with him. I didn't know that's the way he get out, his sarcasm and shit. Right. So he come out there, he said, well, I don't care if all of you guys lose. And I'm getting the feeling, who the fuck is this little white boy talking this bullshit? Why y'all ain't kicking this nigga ass? That's what I'm saying to myself. And so
is this like a pep talk before
a pep talk, but he been an asshole in the pep talk. And so and he said all the little bullshit he said, all the little mean shit he say. And then after that, he said, anybody got any questions? I said, yeah, who the fuck are you?
The way it was told to me is she looked at him and said, who the fuck are you, Jessel Snack?
I'm quite sure she messed his name up.
I probably didn't say Jessel Snack, because I'll fuck up
You
a
about to
night.
call him Jumping Jack.
And everybody bust out laughing like, what the? Who the fuck are you? He like, I'm the host. I said, well, oh. I ain't got no question.
Oh.
Give a fuck. I'm old. I hate young people.
All right.
I remember when we were in Montreal and the panel.
Oh my God. She's been selected for this prestigious like top 10 list of up and coming comedians.
No one up and coming.
Top
Top
10.
10.
Top
It was
10
who's
variety.
next. It was top 10 Verizon. Like
Verizon.
who's gonna blow up next?
Got right. Who's next? So it's basically like 8 people, to be fair, who are like YouTubers or like popular, and then there's Miss Pat, and she's sitting on the stage with like 6, 7 of them.
It was a YouTuber.
YouTuber.
It was what's the other girl name?
Man, it was all kind of stuff up on that stage.
No, what was the black girl name? She do the black sketch show.
Shashir.
No, she created it. Amanda, it's not Amanda Seale. It was the other one.
Dusty Slay was on
It was
it.
Dusty Slay on now,
Slay.
but it was it was just
Was her name Robin?
Robin.
Yeah, Robin.
It was a crocker. I felt like it was. I didn't. First of all, I had never heard of Variety Top 10 comics. Everybody had heard of that except me. So I'm at home doing my laundry, and I get a phone call. I said, "What my manager want?" And he's like, "Hey, this is Reg." And then I think the manager, the agent, and the lawyer was on the phone. I'm like, "What the fuck all y'all want? What happened?" And so they was like, "Hey, we want to tell you something." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Is it bad since all you motherfuckers on the phone at the same time?" And so they was like, "You was selected for the Variety Top 10 Comic of the Year." I said, "What the fuck is that?" And so I said, and they was like, "You don't know what that is?" I was like, "I'm doing my laundry. What do you guys want?" So I hang up from them. I said, "Oh, okay, wow." Oh, I hung up the phone. Like, fuck that shit.
You had to Google it.
Well, I didn't even Google
She
it.
didn't Google it though. That's the
I
beauty.
thought about it because he told me about it. I was like,
No.
that's huge.
What happened was I hung up and my manager was like, "Oh, we knew you wasn't gonna give a fuck, but it's a big deal." I said, "To who?" And so I called Kourtlyn because he follow all the comedy shit, and he's like, "You was chosen for that?" I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "That's good, everybody." So I started Googling it, and I was like, "Damn, everybody got this damn award." So I don't give a fuck about shit. So I went back to doing my laundry, and we get there, and it's all these YouTuber, and then there's a transgender girl that I didn't know was transgender to the last fucking minute. I done put my hand all on her kneecaps and shit.
She got totally fooled, and they're on stage. She's sitting there next to her, and they mention she's transgender. And what happens, Dion? Because you and Quisha were there. I was not.
I was
in the
there
back
too.
row.
I was there. I saw it.
Miss Pat doesn't say anything, but her face
Yes, it
says
looks,
fucking
man.
everything.
She just found out she was pregnant or something.
What was going through my mind is, but I didn't want to fuck up my comedy career. I was like, I want to say, "You a nigga?
Yeah, that's what her face fucking said.
You a boy?" Because it looked good. It looked like a fucking girl.
She looked good.
Yeah, and she said she was a transgender, and I had no fucking clue. And then I looked down at her feet, and she had on some fucking jellies with some football. So I said, "Yo, yeah, you a transgender.
Oh.
You ain't got the memo for all the girl clothes." So
Congratulations, you're on Variety's top 10 next most likely to be canceled list.
I mean,
That was the best part. The best part, somebody was talking and she goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Who was that? Yeah, I remember that too.
I said, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
She was a YouTuber type person, wasn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah.
It was he.
It was the
you-
boy. It was the white dude.
I said,
Yeah.
Then you're like, "Oh, I don't know you, but I'm gonna find out who you are."
I'm gonna find out who you are. Kourtlyn, Google him.
Just doesn't give a fuck, and that's my favorite thing about you.
I said, y'all told me it was top 10 coming. Who the fuck is all these clowns I'm on stage with?
The only one we really knew that he couldn't even get in the country.
DC Young.
DC.
Well, I knew the other boy. I knew
Fahim,
Dusty,
Dusty.
and then I knew the Puerto Rican. I think
Fahim Anwar.
the white dude that was up there.
Kind of like.
He might be Indian or something,
Yeah, he's Indian.
but I knew him, and then I knew of Robin,
Yeah.
and I think she hated me.
Well, you called her out in front of everybody.
I wasn't trying
It
to.
was a little tension on that stage.
All I know is
Pep kept
Robin
giving
was
her,
like,
kept,
"No, I
you
grew
kept
up in
giving
a
her like
trailer
the side
park."
eye.
I was
too.
like, "Bitch, you ain't grow up in no trailer park."
that's right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did I say it like that?
Yes.
You downplay everything she tried to say.
I was there. I saw that one because I'd been talking to somebody and I come in and like stand there and it's chit chat, boring chit chat, and then just, and I was I grew up poor and I grew up in a trailer park, like very solemn. And you didn't grow up in a trailer park.
I said,
like, bitch, I was poor.
I said he was poor. I was Negro poor. I said your trailer park had wheels, bitch, and you rolled up out of there.
Yeah.
And she looked and she was pissed. And see, what I don't like about Hollywood is when you gotta play like you gotta struggle. I mean, there's so many other ways to be funny. You ain't gotta have a struggle to be funny. Right. I think anyway. I think all different types of comedy are unique when it's personally about you. I hate when a motherfucker try to be something that they not. Even after we left that show, and I only really know Robin, Robin Thede is her name, right? Yeah. Good. I mean, a nice girl, real creative. But after I Googled her and saw that her parents were educated as a motherfucker, you're not going to get two educated niggas in no trailer park unless somebody got Alzheimer's or amnesia and they don't remember they got a bank account. So my thing is, that's what I don't like about Hollywood, because you got to play like you something. And not saying that that's what she was doing. Right. I just say, hey, well, what kind of school you grew up in a trailer park? You sound like the way you sound versus the way me and Dusty sound. It sound like you got new books every year. Nigga, I was on the same curriculum for 10 years. And I said that there. I mean, I'm not gonna make up anything. So I don't know. I like being honest. And that's me. I'm honest. I don't give a fuck. You take it the wrong way. Be honest with me. I've always said, if you smell my pussy, tell me. And I'll tell you, hey, I want my pussy today. It's going to be fired up a little bit. It's life.
That's the thing you're the closest I've ever come to Hollywood. So like hearing your stories, like going to LA with you, being around it, I'm just like, I cannot wait to watch her career, because I don't know how you do it, because it just seems so fake and like everybody's so
very fake,
like
there.
Plastic, and oh my God, I love you.
What are you doing? Yeah, you with me? I'm down for you, bitch. I don't even know you. You didn't get my cell phone number. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to go eat your shitty ass meat. I can afford my own food. Like when I was shooting my pilot, literally the lady who did cater was on pins and needles. Oh, I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? You the star. I was supposed to get everything. I said, bitch, we all stars. It take all of us to shoot this pilot. Okay? Don't be holding these people up waiting on me to eat, bitch. I'm going to eat anyway. And I mean, like, one thing I didn't like when I shot my pilot is when they made the extras wait. I'm like, we all human beings. Why we can't get together? If you got that other motherfucker out there doing something he ain't supposed to do, well, tell his fucking assistant, because everybody got assistant. Assistant got assistant. To fix his motherfucking plate and put it in the microwave like real niggas do.
I think she called you. We were driving back from Joe Rogan, and her lawyer had sent her Dom Perignon as a thank you. She's like, this is stupid. Why would he send me this? This is annoying. I'm sorry.
Man, you could have gave me the $250. I could have bought me a wig or some shoes.
She literally called him and said that.
I'm like, Pat, that's kind of like a thank you token.
I'm like, stop sending me bullshit I can't use. That shit is sitting at the house on the floor right now. Now that I ain't thankful, I don't drink Dom Perignon. I don't even know how to spell Dom Perignon.
Kids rolling around on the floor and stuff. That is a $300 bottle of Don P.
I don't give a fuck. I can't drink the shit. I don't like wine. I don't like that shit. I like Olive Garden wine. You want to impress me, nigga? Give me a case of Olive Garden wine.
Would you like our Dom Perignon or Olive Garden? Olive Garden, nigga.
Olive Garden.
I can't spell Dom
with some bread.
Dom Pigeon.
I mean, it just and then my agent bought me these red bottom shoes because when I shot my Netflix special, I bought the shoes I had on was like $900, and they was red bottom. And my friend taught me, and she's like, "Oh, bitch, you gonna go great with this jacket." What you did look good, but y'all, I don't want no $900 heels. I don't like heels, nigga. So I bought these shoes, and what I did is I taped the bottom up with
red electrical tape.
No,
this is an Ace Hardware with $900 shoes.
I put paper and little styrofoam up under the bottom, so you just heard me squeak, creak, 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 creak. And so I put on the bottom. So my manager and Lloyd, they all there. And they was like, why you got that on your shoe? I said, because nigga, I'm taking these shoes back. They was like, you taking the shoe back? Hell yeah, these shoes $900. I don't need these after the night.
How you go nigga rig high fashion?
We got to take a break. I'm
I'm going to take a break and come back and finish telling you this story. A new NBA season means new ways to get into the action at DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings is official sports betting partner of the NBA and the best place to throw down some money on big games. Do you think you know who's going to crash the board and grab those rebounds? Get behind your favorite player and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings. First time new DraftKings customer, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bet instantly. Every point counts with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code PATDOWN. That's code PATDOWN for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
So as I was saying before the break, I fucking take my shoes up and they was looking at me outside. We're like, bitch, you making decent money. I don't give a fuck. I want a $900 shoe. So when I shot the pilot, everybody bringing me gifts, right? Just alcohol, all kinds of shit. And one of the gifts was a pair of red bottom shoes that Quisha told the agency to get. That was, I think, $1,200, $1,300. They was hoe shoes. I can't wear no hoe shoes.
She was hoping you'd give them to her. That's
not with my crooked ass vagina. I can't wear them shoes.
Lean left or what?
Man, my motherfucker.
Which way does your pussy lay?
If I'd have put them shoes
Tip the
on,
scales towards balance.
if I would have put them shoes on, it would have fucked up my equilibrium in my vagina. So I wasn't fucking with them shoes. I grabbed them motherfucking shoes and took them back and got me a pocketbook. Something I'm gonna use. I can't do that shit. I'm old. I was like, Queech, why you tell that bitch to be high ass heel shoe? Motherfucking heel so high make your motherfucking kneecap shake. I can't do that shit. I mean, I like simple shit. I like being around real people. I like simple shit. I don't need you coming up to me acting all like you crazy and shit. I just like simple shit.
Where do you think that comes from? Like that, just that you are exactly as you seem on the, like this is you. Like there's no, most people in entertainment, there's like two versions of them. Like where does that authenticity come from?
Drug dealing money, nigga. I had dope money.
Upbringing, the streets.
Yeah, I had fucking dope dealing money. So when you had dope dealing money, this is all this Hollywood money. I don't give a fuck about having lunch with a Will Smith. I don't. I mean, he a nice guy. I'm a fan. I gives a fuck about Ice Cube, everybody know, and Chick-fil-A. Them two motherfuckers there. And Michael Vick. But everybody else can go fuck off.
You know what, y'all? I say this too, though. Like, coming from Atlanta, you see celebrities all the time.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, everybody think they're a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm famous too.
It ain't
you know what I'm saying?
It ain't even about being a celebrity. I like people. I pick up on spirits. So if your spirit right, then I have a conversation with you. If your spirit ain't right, I gets the fuck on. I don't give a fuck who you is. I ain't running up taking no picture with you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck. I mean, this shit don't excite me because it's work. You know what? People are like, oh my God, you doing this, bitch. This is my job. Do I come to your job and get excited about what you do? So why the fuck are you getting excited about what I do? It's a job. I don't hear the physically clock, but bitch, when my eyes open, I'm working. Half of the motherfuckers who around me don't even think I sleep.
I
You
know.
don't sleep.
You know. You called me all hours that you woke me up at 5 the other morning. Why are you up? Because it's 5 a.m.
Hey, the early
He
bird
will talk
bitch.
you into breakfast in a minute. Like, I ain't even plan on going to damn breakfast. Get up. We about to go to breakfast. What shit? I was trying to sleep in.
That's the worst part of being on the road with Miss Pat is I had to go to breakfast. I don't never motherfucking eat breakfast. She's like, come on, go to breakfast with me.
Go to breakfast. I got
Like,
reservations already.
Don't even be breakfast. It'd be oranges and bananas and an apple and some coffee. You'd be like,
So you made reservations for continental breakfast? Yeah, they got a table set up for us downstairs already. Get up.
I like breakfast. I like to get up early because my mind is always fucking going.
Yeah.
I remember watching the Michael Jackson movie when he was a little boy and he got his first pimp and he damn near lost his mind and that monkey damn near sucked the pimp off his face. And so
Mr. Bubbles.
yeah. And he was like, he was locked in his room all the time with Mr. Bubble. And he said, I don't know, mommy. I just got all of this music in my head and I can't get it out. And I feel like that all the time. Like shit just be jumping out my head. And I be picking up the phone. What do you think about this, dear? Well, and I was like, let me just leave people the fuck alone and just write this shit down. Because literally I could think of 5 to 6 ideas. I just called you guys the other day about an idea. Yep. And everybody's like, that's fucking funny. I was like, I'm just sitting there right on the street. Bam, it pops out of my head. And it's like, same way with comedy. It's like I go to sleep thinking about it. I wake up thinking about it. Literally, I wake up my husband and be like, hey, nigga, stop snoring. What do you think they funny? He be like, leave me the fuck alone. I'm like, well, I need to test it out on somebody before I write it down, and you the closest motherfucker next to me. He'll be saying some
get
shit.
At 2 o'clock in the morning, text, hey, you up? Like I am now, shit.
Well, that's just how my mind, and I think a lot of it is from me being a drug dealer because, I'm always watching my back. I was always up early. Friday, when I used to sell crack, man, you go down in that trap, them motherfucking junkie was like roaches, man. All they waiting for their motherfucking direct deposit to hit. Shit. Man.
Close to midnight.
Thrill out there, wasn't it?
Man, while them young niggas were out there sleeping, I was getting all that early morning money from 6 to 10 till them niggas had to clock in. I was getting all that money. Yeah. I done made about $4,000-$5,000 before the day had already started. So everything else was gravy. So I still had, even when I forged check, I was there when the mall opened because people ain't focused when the mall is just opening. And you go in there and do your business, you out. When all the other criminals come through, they get caught.
So when you were selling drugs, you were making $4,000 to $5,000 a day?
Now I had one trap. It was about $10,000 a day. And when I had a partner named Frog, I had so much money.
What did you do? What'd you do with that?
Nigga
Young
shit.
age too.
What?
I said at a young age. That's so much money at a young age.
Yeah. So I saw my first $100,000 when I was 16.
Wow.
I remember when I first made my first $1,000 because my kid's father went to jail and I was struggling. No, I was. No,
That's a big frame.
but I was struggling. I remember I got because where I come from, ain't nobody never had no $1,000. Just count to 1,000 seemed like a lot where I came from. So when I got my first $1,000, I actually thought I was rich. And then when we kept going and I hooked up with my friend Frog. And the trap, oh my God, was my old street on Baldwin Place. They done tore it all down there over there in the West End. And when we had moved away, and when I came back, and he was like, oh, there ain't never junkies coming out of the projects. And I went over there and I made all that money so goddamn quick. I just moved the trap right there to my old neighborhood. And the money was fucking stupid. It was stupid. And I remember I had a friend that we used to get the dope from named Dent out of, was it not
what?
Dent.
You got to double up on it.
Right.
Dent it up twice.
Not Mechanicsville, but one of the projects.
That would be funny if
Pittsburgh.
Dent was from
Pittsburgh.
No, the one over there by the stadium, over there by the Georgia Dome. Those projects right there.
Vine City.
No, not Vine City. I'm about to say.
Tone down.
I can call somebody. Oh, Quisha, no. But so in these projects, I went in his house one time and see the feds were after him. When the federal government after you, nigga, you might well go ahead and change your profession.
Yeah.
Cause you gonna either die or they gonna get you.
Yeah.
So I went in over his house one day. The first time I ever seen a silencer on a gun. They just out there shooting in the back in the air. He had just got silencer for all his boys' guns and shit. And so I was over there to get like a quarter of a key of dope. And so I go in there. And I had never seen this much dope in my life. And that nigga had money stacked up to the wall about tall as me. And cocaine. I said, nigga, give me my little dope so I can get the fuck out of here. Because if they come in here right now, we ain't going to never get out of jail. Right. I'm going to sit in this chair, act like this bitch was doing my hair because his girlfriend did hair. But he ended up ODing. But I tell you the weirdest drug dealer, too. If you go online and you Google this song, Can't Get No Lower. His name was Tim. He was big time. I can tell you now because he went to the feds and shit. He was the most nerdy motherfucker. Looked like he could read. He looked nerdy as fuck. All them low riding trucks that you remember that song Can't Get No Lower? That was my supply for a long time.
Really? Wow.
I made that nigga so much motherfucking money. I probably made him millions. And then I had a college student, a boy who was in Morehouse College student. He was there to be a doctor. Came from a very wealthy family and started selling dope. Lamest motherfucking light-skinned nigga you ever want to see with the curly hair, but had all the cocaine you ever wanted to motherfucking see. He the one taught me how to sell. He the one taught me how to cook dope. I'm like, why are you selling dope and you in college to be a motherfucking a doctor? He was literally at Morehouse College. For some type of, be a doctor, he told me. And he was selling all the dope. That motherfucker fell one time delivering 2 kilos of dope over there on Lee Street in the rain on a motorcycle. And that shit damn near ripped his shoulder off. He out there bleeding. He got like $200,000 in a book bag. And he got like 2 kilos of dope strapped onto the fucking motorcycle. And nigga said when he fell, he told, they came to rescue. He said, take the dope and get the fuck out of here. He just randomly gave some nigga who stopped 2 kilos of dope. He said, take the dope and the money. That's why he didn't get locked up. And the next time I seen that nigga, his shoulder was down to his elbow. I said, you should
just doing the Michael Jackson Thriller.
So when out of that $10,000 a day, like, what's your profit margin? Like, how much are you keeping, and what are you doing?
Well, I had
with the
a
money?
partner. So what we would do is we would take it and we buy a quarter key. Let me see if I can remember this shit. I think at the time quarter keys is 9 ounces and you make about $2,000, about $18,000 back.
Wow.
What we would do is take the $9,000 out, we would split different, or we would go buy, or we would split it down the middle and go buy whatever we was gonna buy the next time.
Yeah. So you just keep putting it back into it.
Some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you would take your money that you save, and you can't go to the bank with that kind of dope money.
He's writing down notes, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, welcome to Trapping 101.
You could take that, because I never had a bank account. My bank account was always in the house.
Listen.
He hiding the money.
I can figure this out.
But then my
come in
friend who had the album, somebody broke in my house one time and stole like 12 ounces of dope. 12 ounces. They used to go for like $900 to $1,000 a piece.
Wow.
And I was so fucking pissed off because I know these ragged ass niggas that live near me.
She's still mad.
And
Her
so,
face changed.
Tim, my friend Tim was like, fuck that shit, and brought me a whole nother fucking 12 ounces of dope.
Wow.
And I just hit the trap. I was really comfortable at 16, 17.
This was all going on when you.
I was just trying to get my license permit, you know.
Nigga,
I wasn't even thinking about
I was suicidal.
You know, I was suicidal.
I just discovered, Limp Bizkit. Like, this is cool. Gee Willikers.
Nah, my kids were running around with Jordan and Polo. There was no Polo back. Polo wasn't popular. It was Tommy Hilfiger. Everybody had to have Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh, Nautica, Polo, and Tommy.
No, that ain't what we wore in the trap. We wore Polo and Nautica. That's what everybody wore. Polo and Nautica. And it was MCM, which done made a major comeback, and they wore Gucci.
Yeah.
Some niggas had Louis Vuitton, and everybody wanted a handheld phone. That's one thing I never bought. I talk too much.
Yeah, right.
I fucking literally talk. I was just telling Garyana and them, I said, we was talking about police brutality, right? And I said, I don't know what type of police it is. I don't understand the police today. Because even as a crack dealer, they was nice to me. Like literally when Officer Beard took out that one on me because he found my dope that my cousin hid, he literally paged me and said, you need to turn yourself in because you ain't going to sell no more dope till I get you for this warrant. So I would say, look, nigga, let me sell this last little bit of dope and then I'm going to come on in and turn myself in because I got to make my bun money.
That's an actual conversation you had? bad.
With Officer Beard, that motherfucker was after my ass. But he ain't never tried to choke
Said,
me.
work with me so I can work with me.
Yeah, hey, for real. He had a Martha Stewart moment, didn't he? He was inside trading. Look, I'm gonna give you a heads up on this, but I gotta get you.
Said, I'm gonna be there about 5 o'clock. Just don't clock out. I gotta run some errands real
So
quick.
I would go sell dope when he clocked out. Because I knew he was a morning officer. So whenever 3:30 hit,
That nigga's schedule.
I would literally call the police department and say, "Can I speak to Officer Beard? Oh, he's left for the day. Y'all, come on, let's go sell the dope for this nigga clock in the morning."
Hey, nigga, what day you taking vacation?
Did you ever think about like moving up to that next level where that the doctor was, or like growing?
No, I was in a very bad relationship with my first kid's father, and nobody was gonna give me that kind of dope. I didn't want that kind of dope. Like back then, that's when black people really started killing each other during the crack epidemic. Right. And I wasn't gonna kill nobody. I said, "Hey, y'all, these just some rocks. We ain't gotta act like that over there, bullshit. Yeah. We selling to our aunts and uncles and brothers and shit. So
we're keeping it in the family.
So
this is wholesome crack dealing."
Yeah, so I wasn't gonna
story about a crack dealer.
Even when like I had a Seville Cadillac and that bitch was decked out. It had the fucking remote control. This is how ghetto I was. Had the remote control radio, the joystick radio. Remember that shit? Then this is when the Pop Your Face first came out. Yeah. But I had the joystick, the boom in the back. I'm 16 years old with a crackhead on the side because I had a learner license. And this
like at 16 I had spokes on the back wheels of my bike so my friend could ride.
Nobody want to hear your boring ass life.
Not crack rails.
And I had the chrome going down the side of the car, the big Cadillac grill with the E going out, and my Cadillac had a sunroof. And I was riding. This nigga stole my car, and my kid father, like, they kidnapped him, gonna beat the shit. I said, "Hey nigga, we ain't gonna kill nobody over no car. Right. We gonna whoop this nigga ass because he stole my boom out my car, but we ain't gonna kill nobody. I ain't trying to go to jail. I'm just trying to tell the nigga don't steal my new radio out my car."
That's so funny.
So, but I wasn't violent like that. Like, I respected the crackheads.
And then she had the kid.
Now she's Pole Pat.
You know who I missed the most from selling crack? So it was this junkie, and his name was Rehab. So every time he bought dope from me, he said, "Hey, Rabbit, give me 2 sacks. I'm going to the Rehab." So I just named him Rehab because every time he buy dope, he said after these 2 sacks, he was literally going to the Rehab. And that's all him. Give me 2 rocks.
He said relapse, and you just
He said Rehab, nigga. Cause so I named him Rehab. The funny shit. So I had Rehab one time. I was moving. I said, "Rehab, I need you to go get in the trash can and get me a bunch of boxes, cause I'm moving." So Rehab done went and got all through the fucking hood and got all these fucking boxes out the back of these stores and shit. And so he like, "You gonna pay me my 3 rocks, Rabbit?" I said, "Go and get the fuck out my face." He said, "Look here, bitch. You gonna pay me or you gonna pay the Red Cross? Who do you want to pay?" I never forgot that shit. I said, "Go here, nigga. I won't pay the Red Cross," and I still use that line to this day.
Yeah, you so it is.
So that's why I got it from the crackhead Rehab. So one day I go to sell dope, and it had been raining like hell. So it was a Friday. I never forget. And I pull on to Ashby Grove and all these ambulance there in the back. I said, "What the fuck going on?" And they said, "Man, Rehab overdosed and fell in the water, a little puddle of water, and drowned." Oh. And I was hurt. I was so fucking hurt. I ain't gonna have nobody gonna tell me they going to the Rehab no more. I was so, and then he had a twin brother, right? And I forgot his twin brother.
That was relapse.
It was an aftermath.
Redo.
Right.
And his brother was just crying.
This
So I said,
story
"Don't
getting
cry."
better and better.
So his brother was crying, and then I just gave him some dope. And I said,
In lieu of flowers, please send.
I ain't gonna help you bury your brother. Take what he was gonna do.
My condolences.
I miss Rehab. I still quote him. He said, "Bitch, I'm busting your motherfucking head. You gonna pay me or the Red Cross one?" And that shit, I said, "Pay the Red Cross? How the fuck you pay the Red Cross?" That was the funniest shit to me. And I think about Rehab all the fucking time. Rehab. They look like they were kind of like Indian or mix or something. They had really nice hair, him and his brother. It looked like they could have been cute back in the day. So Rest in peace, Rehab, wherever you might be floating, hell or heaven.
He splits his time.
He splits his time.
Yeah, right.
When he's high, he goes to hell. When he comes down, he goes to heaven.
He's in the big rehab in the.
I'm gonna say, you think he actually went to rehab, like in heaven or something?
Maybe. Maybe.
Nah.
No, his heaven was crack.
It's heaven.
Yeah. It was.
you're right.
crack. And with that, we're going to say rest in peace to Rehab, and we're going to close it out. Thank y'all so much for listening to another episode of The Pat Down. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of The Pat Down. Make sure you check out my website at misspatcomedy.com for all of my social media, my tour dates, my book. Make sure you spread the word about my podcast. Please rate and review. Please rate and review and share. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I've been Miss Pat.